Here we go, the crowd favorite. CyberFish against, you can't actually see it. There it goes. CyberFish with a Blitzel lead against Milk leading with a Rapidash. CyberFish has done a great job of taking out all manner of scary opponents up until now. Let's see if he can do it against Milk. Goes for Will-O-Wisp, the Rapidash does. Burns the Blitzel turn 1, but Blitzel goes for Thunder Wave and gets a Paralyze. So they just traded status effects, but if I'm CyberFish, I'm stoked to be trading a Thunder Wave on a Rapidash for a burn on my Blitzel. Blitzel is not a strong Pokemon at all, and Rapidash is, so that's a great trade for him. Blitzel now going for Shockwave, trying to fight the Rapidash, and Rapidash is paralyzed. All right, there you go. Milk switches out into Toxtricity right when Blitzel changes his mind and goes for Dragon Rage. So this Blitzel's doing some good damage to Toxtricity as well. This Blitzel already doing way more than I would ever expect a Blitzel to do. Toxtricity goes for Sludge Bomb and does get the poison on this incoming Claydol. Dracovish switch on the Psychic from Claydol, but taking that poison damage. Tangrowth coming in on the Dracovish. Tangrowth is very defensive and resists the water damage. Here's that Rapidash again, but it is now confused because of the Teeter Dance. Rapidash being confused and paralyzed, goes for Will-O-Wisp, but hits itself instead on the incoming Claydol. Glycopod coming in on the Claydol's Bulldoze, not doing very much damage at all. Will Cyber decide to keep the Claydol or sack it? Looks like he wants that psychic damage and goes down to the Bug Buzz. Arctozolt's coming in. So up to this point, I'd say CyberFish does seem to have a bit of a weaker team overall. Of course, with that Blitzel lead. However, he's playing it very well. He's getting great value for what he has. Does go for the Ice Fang as opposed to an electric move, so that's probably a predict, and Milk does not take it. Milk just stays in with the Glycopod and goes for Bone Club, doing super effective damage, so not a good turn for CyberFish there. Goes for the electric move this time and does take out the Glycopod. Toxtricity coming in. Switches in Berserker on the Sludge Bomb. A good read by CyberFish. Toxtricity goes for Sleep Powder. Does hit, and Berserker burns its first turn of sleep right away. Stays asleep turn 2. Electroweb misses. Berserker wakes up, goes for a Metal Claw. Does not do very much damage at all. Very little damage there. And this next Electroweb does kill the Berserker. So the Berserker was not able to do very much at all. And now Milk is kind of taking control again. Herdier coming in. A very weak Pokemon again. But it's going for Slash. Let's see what it can do. Not quite going to kill the Toxtricity. And the Toxtricity will finish it off with a Sludge Bomb. So again, another very poor trade for CyberFish. His Pokemon just not quite able to do it, but the Blitzel comes in. It's a hero, goes for Dragon Rage, takes down the Toxtricity. This Blitzel has done so much. Goes for Thunder Wave, gets a Paralyze on the Gramble. That's nice too. Gramble going for Dazzling Gleam, good attack, but not on Gramble. Gramble should be physical, does a lot more physical than special. Shockwave from Blitzel, and this Gramble's paralyzed. So this Blitzel really staying alive, really making it happen. But the Gramble does heal. Let's see. What can he do? Switch into Arctozolt. So CyberFish wants to keep the Blitzel alive. He's gotten lots of good value out of it up until now, and he's going to try and keep on doing that. The Zoroark switches in and takes a lot of damage, but will finish off the Arctozolt with his False Surrender. Tangrowth coming in, very tanky. Zoroark goes for Poison Fang. Super effective, doesn't do too much because it's physical and Tangrowth's very defensive. Doesn't get the poison either. Magical Leaf takes out the Zoroark. Here's that Rapidash again, going for Incinerate. It is still faster than the Tangrowth, even though it's paralyzed. Kind of interesting to see that. And this Blitzel will die to this Rapidash. Now CyberFish is in a terrible terrible position. Tangrowth should not be able to beat the Rapidash. Even though it's paralyzed and can't move, this Magical Leaf is doing nothing. So this Incinerate will finish off the Tangrowth, and CyberFish will move down to the loser's bracket.